Hey everyone, welcome to Planning to Prosper. In today's tutorial, we are going to dive into the brand new DIY 1-month planner. The DIY planners are the same as the other 1-month planners in my shop in that they will come both dated and undated. I have the dated version here, and then they come in light mode and dark mode. With one purchase, you'll receive both the landscape and portrait version of the planner, as well as multiple start options. So Sunday start month with a Sunday start week, Sunday start month with a Monday start week, and a Monday start month with a Monday start week. And just a little disclaimer, I live near an Air Force base and I've been waiting to film, and the jets are just going crazy this morning, so you might hear them in the background, and I do apologize for that, but there's not much I can do about it. So anyways, the only decisions you'll need to make are if you want dated or undated. I have the dated version in front of me, as I mentioned. Undated's nice because you reuse it over and over again, and then the dated has that extra bit of convenience as the planner is dated for you already. And then you'll want to decide between dark mode and light mode. The big difference between the DIY planner and the other 1-month planners in my shop is that the weekly pages and the daily pages are completely blank, so that you can create custom spreads for yourself using inserts, widgets, stickers, all that fun stuff. The linking itself works exactly the same for the DIY planner as it does for the other 1-month planners. I do have a video on my channel on the Hub Tutorials playlist that shows you how to navigate the 1-month planners and the differences between the dated and undated versions, because there are very minor differences between the two. So I definitely recommend checking that out if you're interested. But yeah, as you'll see here, when I tap on a day, it's going to take me to a page that is completely blank, and my camera does not like these big white spaces, so if it gets a little blurry, I do apologize. I try to keep it quick. And then if I tap on a little weekly button here, it's going to take me to that weekly page, and as you'll see, that is also blank. I sell separately in my shop DIY planner inserts in both light mode and dark mode. The inserts are transparent, and they will come with black script for light mode and with white script for dark mode, so it pops on that dark background. So you'll want to use the light mode inserts in your light mode planners, and then the dark mode inserts in your dark mode planners. And the DIY planner inserts come with all of the weekly layout options that were introduced for 2023, as well as the daily page for you to use if you'd like to use that on your blank dailies here and there. So let me show you how to download your inserts after you have purchased them. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my files here. This is the PDF that you receive when you purchase the inserts from my shop. So there's some buttons here where you can find some extra inspiration. If you need some support, there's some resources there as well. And then you tap here on this big old tablet to get to the Dropbox to download your inserts. I have the dark mode inserts here as an example because they do appear like the files are blank when they're actually not. I've received a few messages about this, so I thought it would be helpful to show it to you in action. So let's go ahead and open up the Dropbox. I'm going to do that just by tapping on this tablet. It's going to pop open a link here. I'm going to tap open, and that is going to take me to Dropbox, where you'll be able to see it's the dark mode version. And then there's both zipped and unzipped files here. So the unzipped files are for those who want to just download a couple of the inserts, and then the zipped files are for those who just want to download everything in one go. I got a request to do that. Some people didn't want to download the zip files, they just wanted a couple out of there, so that's why I made that little minor difference there. So let's go ahead and hop into one of the open folders so I can show you how the dark mode inserts show up. So I'm going to tap on landscape here, and you'll notice when I tap on box right here, it looks completely blank. It looks like there's nothing there, but I promise you it is there. It's because in preview mode, it's all white, and then the insert itself is white, so it's just gonna blend right in, but I will show you these inserts in action and everything so you can kind of see how they work. You'll really want to pay attention to the titles of the inserts. So everything is very, very labeled as far as which layout it is, if it's Monday start, Sunday start, all that kind of stuff. Now let's go ahead and see the inserts in action. So I'm gonna pop back over to GoodNotes and open up my DIY planner. And then I'm going to split screen my Files app over here to the side. So I am using an iPad Pro. This is the 12.9-inch iPad. This process will work the same for all the iPads as long as your iOS is up to date and all that kind of stuff. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull up your little bar down here. I did that by just pulling my finger up. And then there's my Files app right there. I'm gonna hold it and drag it over to the side, and you're gonna notice it's opening up another window pane there. Plop it in there, and then I get the option to kind of make it a little smaller, which I'm going to do. And I'm going to find on my desktop, I have all of my inserts saved. So this is a file that I downloaded earlier. It's just all the landscape inserts. And I'm gonna go to a weekly layout. So we'll just go to this first one over here. And then all you have to do when you have everything in split screen like this is you tap on the insert, hold it down, and drag it over. So I'll show you that again. Tap on it, hold it down, pull it over. So just go over here, drag it down, pull it over. So that is the split screen method. And just a side note, you absolutely can use these inserts in another planner that does not have blank pages. So I'm gonna show you how that works real quickly. I've got my planner pulled up here. And so you'll see I've got a layout already on this page. So this will work if you're using some older versions of the planners and you want to use the inserts in those, or if you have the new version and you just feel like changing it up one week, like say you purchased the So Scheduled layout for the month of January and one week you feel like switching it up. You can do that very easily in GoodNotes specifically by using the lasso tool. Draw a little square here, tap on it, and you're gonna get this option to take a screenshot. So I'm gonna do that, and then I am going to tap on this little rectangle with the arrow pointing out, tap copy, and then I'm gonna hold down my pencil while on the lasso tool and tap paste. And then you'll see this big white box appeared, and I am just going to drag this over and resize it so that it covers everything up. And that looks pretty good to me. And now what I can do is I can just take this layout, pull it over, and voila, there you go. Pretty easy to do. You can save the inserts as elements in GoodNotes specifically, or just have them saved in an easy to find spot in your Files app to split screen with. So you get the options there of what you'd like to do. I personally like to save them in my Files app to split screen with. I just find that easier to use, but some people prefer elements, especially if you're Franken planning and you're piecing a bunch of different layouts together and you don't want to have to do that every single time. All you would have to do is take your lasso tool, lasso the insert, and then tap on add element, and then you could create a new collection. Say we title this layouts, and then you can tap create. And now when I go to my elements tool, if I go to another blank page, go to my elements tool, it's going to show me my recently used here, but I can pull up that collection right here and then tap on the layout, and there we go. So there is the insert there. And with elements, the other thing you can do is you can split screen with them. That makes it, I think, a little easier to see. I just find it kind of hard to tell what's what sometimes in elements, but you can split screen to make it larger, and you can pull it over. You can use your photo tool. You'll notice it pulls over crooked. You can use your photo tool to straighten it out, resize it, everything like that. So those are your two options as far as how to pull them in. You can pull them in via your inserts first, save them as elements, then use elements to pull them back in, or you can just continue to, you know, use the split screen method with the Files app, which again is kind of what I prefer to do. The key for working with inserts in GoodNotes, because they currently do not have a locking feature, is to turn images off on your lasso tool and to use the photo tool for moving stickers around on top of the insert. The insert is a PNG image, so if you try to lasso with images turned on, it is going to pick up the insert as well. So I'll show you what I mean. I've got one of the new sticker books over here, the Silver Snowflakes. So I'm going to paste some washi over here on my spread. Say I want to put some washi, I don't know, right here or something. Now I have images turned on currently, and I checked that by tapping on the lasso tool, and you can see it's toggled over to where images is on. So if I try to move this washi, it's going to pick up that whole entire insert with it, which we don't want. So what you kind of want to get used to is turning images off for the lasso tool, and then using your photo tool to move things around, because you can see you can just tap it and then you can move it. And remember that GoodNotes works in layers, so you'll want to put down your foundation first and then build up as far as your spread is concerned. So say I want to put like a weekend sticker on this or something like that. So let's say I like kind of move that over here like this, just to really quickly show you. I'll go to my weekend stickers, and let's say I want to pull this one over. Oh, let me turn my pen tool back on. Let's see. We'll pull this one over, and I'll put it on top of my washi there. So let's say I just want to mark my weekend that way. You just want to kind of build it up. So just kind of keep that in mind, and it really doesn't take any time at all to get used to not using the lasso and using the photo tool instead to move your stickers around. That way you don't have to worry about picking up that insert and everything. If you want to copy and paste something, you can do that by tapping on the sticker with the photo tool, holding it down. You'll notice it start to hover right there, and then pull it over to the side, and it's going to make a copy for you. It's not going to be the exact same size as it would with the lasso, which kind of stinks a little bit, but you know, it's another way to do it. You just have to resize it again to what you want it to be, but that is the key. So just keep that in mind if you're using GoodNotes, you don't have locked layers. Fingers crossed, maybe they'll introduce locked layers with GoodNotes 6. I've heard some rumblings about GoodNotes 6. I don't know anything specifically about it, like when it's gonna come out or anything like that, or what's gonna be included with it, but let's hope and pray for locked layers. That would be amazing. So those are, again, just some tips for working with the inserts with stickers on them and everything like that. Just avoid the lasso tool, get used to using that photo tool, and you will be golden. And as I mentioned before, you can crop pieces of these together. So the inserts themselves are PNG images. So if I tap on just this insert here with my photo tool and tap on it again, I'll get that option to crop it. So let's say I kind of want to put this in a different order or something. I want to make the pieces different. I can crop it, hit done, and you'll notice it just crops over here. So let's say I want to like have my checklist, and then actually, let's say I just don't want the weekend in there. I just want the work week. So let's crop that over to Friday. And then maybe I want to, you know, have some widgets over here, or I can get some checklists from a different layout, or let's see, my brain is not quite awake yet. Let's say I want to use something from the functional layout. Let's pull that over, and I can crop this, and let's see, maybe I want to use these little guys up here. And I could even just use one of them. But you kind of get the drift. You can kind of piece together different pieces of the inserts and put them into the layout that works best for you. And then what I would recommend at that point is to turn images on for your lasso tool, circle that, and do add element and save it to your layout. And then that way you don't have to Franken-plan it together. It'll just kind of save all those pieces, you know, blob together for you. So there's some inspiration too in our Facebook group. There's a whole album dedicated to Franken-planning the different inserts together. So you truly, truly can make this work perfectly for you. There's just that little caveat of having to, you know, not use the lasso tool, use the photo tool, but it really does get a lot easier the more and more you do it, and you kind of get used to it. So if you like having that option to be able to customize things more, you can make the layouts bigger, smaller, you know, use pieces of them, or just switch it up completely week to week, you can definitely do that. There's so much flexibility and opportunity to, you know, make this work perfectly for you. I also wanted to show you the dark mode in action. So apologies, you guys might see my camera over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to a weekly page. So this is my dark mode portrait DIY planner. And I wanted to just show you that these inserts are in there. They're not missing, I promise. So if I open up like this box layout here over on the side, it's gonna look like nothing is there, right? It's all white. But if I take that same insert and drag and drop it over, voila, there it is. It's because it's white. That's why it's pulling up, you know, it's showing like nothing over here, but it is there. I promise you it's there. So again, you'll just want to really pay attention to the titles of each insert to pull over the one that you want. But as you can see, I can pull all these inserts over very easily. And the inserts are cropped as much as they can be as well. So let's see, what's a good example? So like for the horizontal here, you'll notice that it's cropped. So you could use this and then you wouldn't have to worry about the lasso tool down here. So these are cropped specifically for that reason, just to kind of make it a little easier. Some of them I couldn't crop, like this one, it couldn't be cropped any more than it is. So but then like the vertical, this one is cropped, as you can see, so you can kind of put it wherever you want to. If you want it over on the right hand side, you can do that. If you want it on the left, you can do that. You can also make it smaller if you want it to be smaller and then have other elements on your page, you can do that. So again, the opportunities to customize are literally limitless when it comes to this. So there will be more inserts offered in the future. We have some more options for daily layouts in the works. And then there's some fun ideas that I have too for some weekly inserts. So stay tuned for that. We will definitely let you know in the Facebook community as well as on Instagram when you can expect some new fun things. But you can use any of the inserts in the shop on these pages too. So say you have the meal planning inserts, you can put your meal plan maybe on your weekly pages. Say you're just a daily planner and you want to do the meal plan on your weekly pages, you can do that. You can use your daily page just for journaling. We wanted to take it a step further with the Hub system in offering that total freedom and being able to customize and make it exactly what works for you. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all of my future videos and tutorials. I have some more on the way this week for you all, so stay tuned for that. But that is it for this one. If you have any other questions, if there's something I didn't cover in this tutorial, definitely let me know down below. You can ask in our Facebook community. You can reach out to me on Etsy. There's a lot of support out there for you, so definitely let us know if there's anything else you need clarification on. But yeah, that is it for this one. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will chat with you all later. Bye!